Glover Teixeira and Jiri Prochazka 2 agreed for UFC 282 on December 10th. It's not 100% official, but it is looking like it's about to happen at UFC 282. Not in the main event. We'll get to that later on in the video. But it will not be the main event. It will be the co-main events for UFC 282. The rematch of the greatest fight of 2022. And in my opinion, the greatest light heavyweight fight of all time. I can't wait for the fight. I think Jiri Prochazka wins the rematch. I had Glover Teixeira winning the first fight, but he got really tired in that first fight. The body shots were starting to affect him, so I'm going to go Jiri in the rematch. What do y'all think? Jiri or Glover Teixeira in the rematch right there? Marlon Vera alleges you can read it, Petr Yan rejected the fight on August 13th in a 5-round main event between Marlon Vera and Petr Yan. Marlon Vera got rejected by Petr Yan. Allegedly, it's not 100% sure that that was the case, but that is what Marlon Vera is saying, that Petr Yan did not want the smoke and instead wanted an easy money fight with Sugar Sean O'Malley, a guy way lower in the rankings, to get Yan some easy money. I mean, he could make it easy money, but Sean O'Malley still has a shot to win that fight. But what do y'all think? Did Petr Yan reject Marlon Vera for the money of Sean O'Malley, or did he reject Marlon Vera because he's legitimately worried about losing in a 5-round fight to Marlon Vera? What do y'all think? Vera versus Yan, who would win in the bantamweight division? Neal explains why Shavkat Rakhmonov call-out irritated him after his win over Vicente Luque. I'm available, hands of steel Neal. What do you think, Gilbert the Reno Burns? This is what Shavkat Rakhmonov said. He says, Geoff Neal said he wanted Gilbert Burns, but Shavkat Rakhmonov wants to fight Geoff Neal right there. But Neal names what would determine fight versus Rakhmonov. I mean, I've watched the Magny fight, and I've also watched him beat Carlston Harris. Neal noted. He's solid. He's a tough dude. He's big, he's tall, he's long, he's solid striking, and he's a good wrestler. So that'll be an interesting matchup. Really, cardio is going to be the deciding factor if me and him ever fight. I got to outpace him. I got to outlast him. If he grabs me, I got to be able to get out of his takedown attempts and just keep the fight where I'm good at, Neal concluded. So what do y'all think? Do you think Neal versus Shavkat Rakhmonov happens in the future, or do you think maybe Shavkat's going to get another guy to not accept this call out and you'll never get a fight? What do y'all think about this in the welterweight division? Molly McCann and Erin Blanchfield sets for UFC 281 on November 12th. That is the card Dana White was talking about getting Paddy the Baddy Pimblett on with Molly McCann after his win over Jordan 11. Now that Molly McCann is on the card, it only makes you think Paddy the Baddy might also be on this card, on the main card of the pay-per-view. But this is a good fight. We got Molly, who was only lost recently, was Taila Santos, who just got a really good win in her last fight. Sorry, not a really good win, but a really good performance over Valentina Shevchenko in her last fight. And Molly McCann ended up hanging with Taila Santos and was able to not get submitted or anything like that by Taila Santos. Now she's fighting another very good wrestler, very good grappler, but does not have nearly as good of the striking as Molly McCann. So I see this fight being very close. Erin's going to be looking to take the fight down. Molly is going to be looking to defend the takedowns and land some really big shots on the feet. But what do y'all think? Molly McCann or Erin Blanchfield? Patricky Pitbull will be taking on Usman Nurmagomedov, one of the greatest fighters in Bellator history's brother. Patricky Pitbull is taking on Khabib Nurmagomedov's cousin with the greatest name I have ever heard of, Usman Nurmagomedov. Usman is the #1 contender in the Bellator's lightweight division, just finishing pretty much everyone in that lightweight division. And now he's fighting one of the best Bellator fighters of all time's brother to become the Bellator champion. This is going to be good. I think Usman's going to win in dominant fashion. What do you think? Usman Nurmagomedov, the greatest name of all time, or Petr? Last thing to look at is not on the actual MMA website, but I've seen many things like pointing towards this, is that Stipe Miocic versus John Jones is going to be that main event for UFC 282. You saw Prochazka Teixeira too get announced that it's most likely going to be the co-main events for UFC 282. Well, the reason being is that the main event most likely is going to be John Jones and Stipe Miocic. They're looking at making that fight official as of right now. What do you think about that fight? What do you guys think about Prochazka Teixeira 2? We got Neal. I mean, I don't know if he's not accepting the fight with Shavkat Rakhmonov, but he was kind of explaining how the fight would go down. What do y'all think about Rakhmonov and Geoff Neal? What do you think about the crazy light heavyweight and heavyweight fights added, or potentially to be added to UFC 282? Pitbull versus Usman Nurmagomedov for the Bellator lightweight belt. Marlon Vera alleges Petr rejecting him to fight on August 13th. And then, last but not least, McCann versus Erin Blanchfield sets for UFC 281. What do y'all think about today's MMA news? Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.